Visualization uses a system in your brain called your spatial ordering system. And that's basically your ability to think pictures in your head. So your brain has several different ways it uses to process information. Lots of schools these days rely a lot on rote short-term memory, which doesn't make a lot of sense because rote short-term memory, by definition, means you're not going to remember it very long. But rote short-term memory is one way that your brain processes information. So when you get a review for your test and you study it the night before and then you go the next day and take the test, make 100, and a week later you can't remember any of that stuff anymore, that's your rote short-term memory. Some people are really good at this, and they do very well. There's long-term memory. Now, long-term memory people, if your brain likes to work this way, you might have to study harder for the test. You might barely pass, but you remember it forever, right? So who's actually smarter, the guy that got a 70 and remembered it forever, or the guy that got 100 and forgot it the next week, right? There's your sequential ordering system. Your sequential ordering system is your ability to follow a process step by step. Some people are better at that than others. There's your spatial ordering system. This is your ability to think pictures in your head, like visualizing. There's your motor skills. That's when your brain tells your body what to do, and tells your muscles when to move. There's your social system. Now, this isn't making friends. This is interacting intellectually with a group. So if you ever did a group project at school and one kid didn't do any of the work, everybody else had to take up the slack, well, that kid's not very good at this one. You need to work on this one. There's your upper level function. That's basically your ability to multitask, think about more than one thing at the same time, to take bits of information from different places and put them together to come up with a single concept. And then there's language skills. And so what we're trying to do here is, instead of focusing on just one of these brain functions, because everybody can do all of them, but everybody's brain is different. And most people rely on one or two of these thought systems, and they're really good at them. And then the rest of them, they don't use them very much. But everybody uses a different one or two, so everybody's different. And so what we want to do is, instead of focus on just one way of learning the information, we want to try to use all of these different systems so that you can use your natural strengths to improve your natural weaknesses. Now, the thing about visualization and the spatial ordering system is you will discover that about 10 minutes of visualization is worth about 2 hours of physical practice. And visualization, of course, is something you can do when you don't have your instrument with you. So if you can practice your scales, or later your chords, or your arpeggios, visualizing, this is something you can do in the shower. You can do it while you brush your teeth, and it'll set this information in your brain so that when you are playing your instrument, it's more readily available.